replying to Penny today, it was all fake. Why? We just need to work. Why? This is in response to the video I made about the space mission with those 6 women that just, the Blue Orion, I think, which was 100% staged, obviously. I mean, maybe it's not obvious to not everyone, but go check out, you click on the comment if you want to go check out that video. So this comment gets comments like this about needing to work and pay bills. I see being dropped out a lot on other videos and my videos. So I want to reply to this. I've done other videos similar, but it's worth a redo. So we just need to work. Why? So a couple things. Number one, it's really important to remember, and this isn't just for Penny, this is for everyone, and I have to remind myself of this as well, okay, a lot of times. We are souls in a human body having an experience. One of the reasons why our souls come to this realm is to be human and experience what human is like. The pains of carrying a child in the womb, childbirth, working, learning to create with our hands, learning lessons through the work that we have, through relationships, hiking, skydiving, all of the beautiful things that this world has to offer. That's one of the reasons why we come. We literally incarnate here to experience those things. And one of those things is work. Now, what's happening is consciousness is raising around the world, and people are starting to realize that all of the like work, the 3D jobs that we have are not, for the many people are not in jobs that bring them joy. We'll get to that in a second. But it's, people are waking up and realizing, why am I working, 8 to 12 hours a day to live for the weekend, work my whole life so that I have a nugget at the end of my life, a 401k or something, depending on what country you're in. This is for Western society, these comments. And I have to give 50% of the way to the government in some way, taxes, property taxes, sales tax, we pay taxes to put in transportation systems, and then we have to pay to ride them, and like all of that, right? That is one way to look at it. But when you're looking at it that way, how do you feel? When we're looking at it from that perspective, we are victims, right? We're feeling like a victim to the system. And then when you're in victim mode, you start to not realize you have options. You start to not be able to see when the universe or your higher self is bringing you opportunities to make your situation better, whether it's to leave the job and get aligned to something that's more going to bring you more joy, leave the relationship, whatever it is. We are meant to, okay, I'll share with you what comes in constantly when I'm channeling. I'm a channel. I channel groups of cosmic beings that are here to help us on our human journey. This comes in constantly. We are, if you're watching these videos, you are here on a mission and with a purpose. Now, many souls that have incarnated into human bodies that are with us right now on this planet, they have been incarnating here over and over and over, and have kind of lost the plot. Now, those souls might not be in a place where they're going to be waking up in this lifetime. Now, there's many other souls that are here. If you're awake, you're spiritually awake, and you realize that we're souls in a human body, and you feel like there's something more, you're most likely here to help the rest of humanity in one way or another. And how you do that in this physical incarnation as who you are in this life. When I channel for people, I'm shown past lives. I'm even shown their soul, and sometimes what their soul's doing in the cosmic realms. I'm shown how they plan this life, the soul contract, like blueprint that you created for yourself. So, in order to do what you came to do as this avatar in this life, there's 3 ingredients. Okay, number 1, your natural skills and abilities are one of the clues that aligns you to what you're here to do. Your number 2, what you're passionate about, what brings you joy, is your second clue. That's also how your higher self guides you. That's the breadcrumbs of higher self guides you. When you act on your passion or what brings you joy, it's literally going to guide you to the next step of what's going to get you to where you need to go. Okay, that next step might not be the big step, but it might be an important step to get you to 2 more steps for the big step, right? So it's always important to follow your joy and passion. And number 3, the challenges and experiences that you go through, the trauma, is honing a skill set, or many skill sets, basically wounds to wisdom. It creates wisdom that, combined with the other 2 ingredients, aligns you to your mission and purpose. So a lot of times those experiences come through your job. I'll use myself as an example. I was a multi-layered managing executive and vice president for Fortune 100 Bank. Go check out my story on my website. There's a link to a blog that I created 5 or 6 years ago. When I left corporate, I was standing up against corruption and racism, and it cost me my job, which turned into the most beautiful miracle ever on the planet. And those skills, I'll speak to one of them. I was recruited for almost all the jobs I held in that company because of my unique ability to create community, which is how I would increase the performance of these teams. So I would raise them from literally the bottom of the company into the top 2% year after year after year, being recognized with trips, top recognition awards year after year after year. One of the big reasons I was able to do that is my natural ability to create community, bring people together, and collaborate. I am now taking that skill set that was honed in corporate into launching my Newearth Collective private membership community next month, which is combining my corporate skill set with my unique ability to, or my unique corporate experience, because each one of our experiences is unique, right? So what I went through in corporate honed my skill set combined with my spiritual gifts of channeling and all of that to create this community for New Earth. So a lot of the skill sets that we hone in this life come through our corporate jobs, right? Our jobs, our experiences. And it's really important to look at these experiences as skill building. In fact, they reminded me, I can't remember who this was, but one of my clients, they said, look at your job as school. You're getting paid to go to school to hone a gift, to hone a skill. So instead of going to pay for college, you're now on a job where you do get paid. Yes, you're giving some money away, but your soul knew about that before it incarnated. Your soul didn't come in with a blindfold on, not realizing about taxes, okay? Now there's, I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole, but your soul already knew about this. So when you switch from I'm a victim to the system to I'm using the system, I'm going to utilize and leverage the system to hone my gifts and talents, and I'm going to ask my higher self to illuminate what those are for me. They are going to lead you into your mission and purpose, which unfolds one step at a time as you take action. So your soul knew about this before you came. When you look at your job as a way to get paid to hone a skill, and you don't look at it as the way society causes us to look at it, which is I have to be in this in order to survive. It's the only way I can pay bills, and I have to be here till I'm 65 and I retire. Don't look at it. That is a story that's been told to keep us in a certain mindset that benefits the system. Instead, look at it as, is this job bringing me joy or not? Is this something I want to continue doing or not? And if it's not, then it's time to start putting it out to the universe, to your higher self, that you're ready to go. But as long as we stay in victim mode and say, oh my God, how much longer is this going to take? We literally cannot see the guidance that our higher self is bringing to us. We're more in a low vibration of anger, resentment, victim, etc., worry, anxiety. We are unable to discern our higher self guidance, which is always guiding us to our highest timeline. That might include enduring some hardships in order to learn some lessons. Like I just explained to a client today, this came in for a client today. If your soul came to learn patience, you don't just get patience downloaded. You learn patience through experiencing countless opportunities, countless situations that cause you to over time hone patience. So what does that mean? It's going to be painful. It's going to be hard. It's going to be frustrating, right? That's how we hone a gift. And they're showing like water dripping off a rock, or cars driving down a road creating ruts. In order to create those skill sets, in order to hone those gifts and skills that you're here to help the collective with, it takes those types of lessons. So instead of looking at this as, instead of asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Ask, how is this happening for me? And look at everything in your life as a learning opportunity, a lesson that your higher self is bringing to you in order to hone your skills, show you what you like and what you don't like, and start doing more of what you do like, which is going to unfold the next step in your journey. It comes through passion and joy. So I hope this answers your question, Penny, or in a roundabout way, gives you some encouragement to start looking at your life in a different way, so you can start seeing the signs. We're not meant to suffer through things. We're not meant to resist things, continue pushing through something that's hard. We're meant to identify what the lesson is and then move on. And your higher self will guide you as long as you're open and operating from a high vibe perspective, not in victim mode, but in empowerment mode. You can hear and discern your higher self guidance. All right, drop your questions and comments below. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next video.